Do women naturally switch up once they're in a serious relationship, or better yet, once they get into a relationship? Is it that it's natural, or is it that it's naturally expected? And do men do this? And if they do they do it as often? And why not?
Some married women treat their single friends as their second husbands because they married men who are emotionally unavailable and actually don't like them. Let's get into it. I'm reading a viral tweet that says, a common dynamic I've had to address in friendships recently is women in relationships with men often expect other women to shoulder emotional labor and heavy lifting that should be the responsibility of their male partners and call it community. Clock it. He then goes on to say, I've been there. The friend expected to hold space while someone vents about a husband who won't listen. The friend who receives long texts, urgent calls, emotional dumps, none of which are really about me, but all of which demand me. The friend made into the fallback therapist when the man in the house refuses to show up emotionally. It's one thing to hold your people, it's another thing to be used as the emotional plug-in for someone else's unequal relationship. This isn't just emotional labor, it's emotional outsourcing, and it happens more than we admit. He then goes on to say, and suddenly I'm not just a friend, I'm the backup wife. The emotional extension cord, the uncredited support system in someone else's marriage. This is what happens when people treat emotional labor like a shared resource only when men refuse to do their share. Married women often carry the emotional weight their partners won't hold, then pass that burden to their single friends under the name of sisterhood. It's called community, but it feels like unpaid work. We don't talk enough about how friendship boundaries erode in these dynamics. The line between care and codependence gets blurred when we're told that being a good friend means absorbing someone else's exhaustion without context, without consent, and without reciprocity. I have had this situation happen to me, not just once, but multiple times from different women who all had the same issue. Their husbands were emotionally unavailable, mistreating or mishandling them, and I, as the dutiful friend, was the one who filled in the gap. I was the one who, when things were going wrong, they ran to me so that they can make a sense of things and get things right, or to offload their feelings and emotions. Now, I'm all for sisterhood and I'm all for support, but I think it becomes predatory when in these situations, when the man all of a sudden wants to behave and start acting right again, these are the same people who will disappear on you. And it's like, am I only good when there's a problem and things are going bad in your relationship, but when things are going right, all of a sudden there is no value for me? Am I the backup husband? Especially with African women, if you're in dynamics like this and you point out, hey, this is an unhealthy dynamic, this is toxic, blah, you're gonna be accused of jealousy somehow. You're gonna be attacked and told that, oh, you're single, you don't understand, you're not married yet, just wait until you're married. And I'm just like, bro, not all of us will pick badly like you. So what do you mean, wait until I get married? I'm not gonna be like you. Friends with women can be emotionally exhausting, especially in these type of dynamics, honestly. It's a thin line between giving grace and supporting a friend in a hard moment and being treated as the backup husband, the one that she leans on when he tunes out, when he's not there. All of a sudden she remembers, oh, she has a friend in you. But in any other context, it's kind of you're forgotten or dismissed because all of a sudden he's available to be a good partner to her, so she's not available to be a friend anymore. And what she says here, if your marriage uses our friendship to grow, what does your marriage give back to the friendship? Because love should feed more than one relationship, not drain every room it walks into. And these type of dynamics tend to be very parasitic. They're imbalanced. They're not equally yoked. People are going to say, not all women are like this, but the older I get, the more I see that it is very rare for a woman to decenter a man. To the point where I've seen women who were pretty confident in themselves, but once they get married, they turn into pick-me's. It's either women are pick-me's before they get married, up until they get married, or they get married and they turn into pick-me's because now they have an image to uphold. They have a marriage to keep. You just cannot be a good friend as a woman and be a pick-me. You just cannot. They're not going to go to their married female friends and do this type of nonsense because they understand that, oh, they're busy. They have something important going on, which is typically just being partnered with a man. They're going to respect their married friends a little bit more than their single friends sometimes. I could be wrong on that, but that's the sense I feel. But when you're single, they just kind of look at you like, oh, because you're not doing anything serious, aka you're not married, because you have the capacity to be their emotional dumping ground. I think it's sad because you don't see men switch up like this in terms of their social interactions and their friends because they're romantically partnered. You really don't see that. A man will fight you about his friends and his boys' nights, his boys' trip. I don't know everything about men, but I know they stand on business when it comes to the things that they've been doing before you. They're not going to switch up because you're around. They're going to be like, take it or leave it. They're not even going to do that when they become a parent. Come on. They maintain their status. They just maintain. Honestly, they maintain. The buttery blend, ah baby, ah baby. But guys, follow me on Substack for more. I talk about more topics like this in detail. I'll also put the information for the original article in the description. So like and follow for more. Bye.